Once one saint told me, I told him I'm from Bangalore and I'm a volunteer in one NGO there. So which one? So I said Art of Living. Acha, what do you do? So I told about Guruji and he said, oh ho, unki baat kar rahe ho? Then he said, don't think he's just a guru. When I said my guru is Sri Ravi Shankar ji, he said, he's just not a guru. He said a guru is a person जो थोड़े लोगों को तारते हैं. A few people will be uplifted. Then there is a Satguru who will do the same thing. He'll uplift lot of people. But an avatar comes to uplift the whole world. And your guru that you're talking about is that avatar is not a guru. So we don't know what an avatar is, we don't know what a guru is, we don't know what a Sadguru is. We just go by our experience before and after meeting him. You'd look at your life after meeting Guruji, after getting his knowledge in your life. What has happened to you? Like tomorrow morning, you get up and you realize, oh, no Art of Living, no Guruji, no ashram, no nothing. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. There was something like a breathing technique, but I don't remember. There was somebody called Guruji, but something wearing white and beard, but I don't remember. Then, how would life be from tomorrow? How would life be? You get that? Yeah, that is the importance of a guru. You can't imagine a life like that again. You know, you don't want to go back to that life now. That is the importance of a guru, a live guru.
Nowadays there are many false gurus. Isn't it better to have your Shraddha on an idol who can never betray your trust rather than a living person?
Yes. Concepts are always much easier. Idol is a concept which is not going to change because you have put a concept. A human being can be very different from your concept. And that's why when Guruji is there, sometimes, oh, he looked at me, he didn't look at me, he loves that person more than me, all those things happen, no? Doesn't happen with an idol, no? You just have to remember that when you go to the Guru, do you go to see the Guru when you want to have darshan? In the darshan line, do you go to Guru to see the Guru? Suppose he walks around, he doesn't look at you, then your purpose is still done, no? You saw the Guru, so what's your pain now? Your pain is Guru has not seen me. So we go to give darshan to Guruji, not take his darshan. See, Guruji ne mujhe dekha hi nahi. But in that satsang of 50,000 people, have you seen at least once you will feel your connection has happened? You know, he has looked in your direction and you know connection has happened. How many people felt this? Even if it's a large crowd, you get the once, and that connection is very important. You know, and that can happen only with a living, proper Brahmanist Guru. You know, Guru are everybody, anybody who shows you, Guruji says, no, like how mother, father is a guru, they teach you everything, no, right from how to walk and how to eat and everything they taught. Even the person who says, you go right and then go left and then you'll reach wherever you want to reach, the Guru Tattva has come through that person, right? So a similar question had come to me. When I was traveling, I would feel Guruji always with. How many are traveling teachers here? Traveling teachers? You must have felt that, no? So when you're traveling, you feel he is with you, he is inside you. And sometimes I used to feel like people, you know, some people have that habit of saying, how are you? So they'll stress on the you and suddenly I'll go, me? Where am I? You know, where am I? I would feel it's Guruji only, you know, Guruji only talking and like that. Perhaps a little blue starish talk this is, but I used to feel that way, you know. Like what I felt was that Guruji is always with me. But when I would come, Guruji will be in front of me, and at that time there was not much to do. There was no projects, there was no YLTP, no RDP, no nothing. Whole day we'll be just sitting with Guruji, Guruji sitting, and we'll be looking at him. And sometimes Guruji would not speak at all for maybe 1 hour or something. He'll just be there playing with his mala. Now he's become so busy, I haven't seen him in years playing with his mala. That time there was nothing to do. So, no, have you seen him playing with the mala now? So I asked him, and I felt, Guruji, you are sitting in front of me here, and somehow I feel you are very far away. But when I'm traveling, when you're not there, I feel you are inside me in every cell. You are just with me, and I don't miss you at all. But in your presence, I feel distance. Why is this happening? And Guruji said, that's your ego. Then I said, I can't deal with my ego. Then Guruji, you only remove this ego. And Guruji said, yes, that is my job. To remove your ego is my job. Only when that veil of ego goes away, then you will see the truth and the light and whatever you call it. No? So that's a Guru's job. So that an idol may not do, but a real Guru in person can do. Removing that veil so that you are able to see the light. And that's why in India here, you are expected to have a Guru in your life. Like Nigure mare, so you are like an orphan. Like without a Guru, if you die, this life is a waste. And that's why everybody, not now, but some 30 years, until 30 years ago or 35 years ago, everybody would be looking for a Guru. No, I have no Guru in my life, especially people who came to the cities, I have no Guru, and they used to feel that lack in their life. And that was the importance connected with having a Guru. Now those were people who have not come in touch with a Guru yet. We have come in touch with a live Guru. And a Guru like this. Like once one saint told me, I said, my Guru is Sri Ravi Shankar Ji. Don't think he is just a Guru, but an avatar. An avatar comes to uplift the whole world. And your Guru that you're talking about is that avatar is not a Guru.